What sort of
Well,
black man says, I want to go meet Klansmen?
Well, what it was, you know, my parents were in the Foreign Service.
Okay.
So I spent a lot of time overseas, different countries every 2 years. And overseas, as a kid, you know, I'm 59 years old now, but in the early 60s when I was in grade school. Yeah, indeed I am. So my classes overseas were filled with kids from Italy, Nigeria, Japan, Russia. Whoever had an embassy in those countries, we all went to school together. And so while I was being multicultural, so to speak, my peers back home here in my own country were either going to newly integrated schools or still segregated ones. And there was not the amount of diversity in the classroom that I had overseas. I was literally living 12 to 15 years ahead of my time when I was overseas. So I was already prepared.
Like Obama.
There you go. Exactly.
He learned a lot.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Precisely.
It was great that he had that outlook on life from living in a lot of places.
So I was unfamiliar with racism. And then one time when I was back here at age 10, I just landed in Belmont, Massachusetts, suburb of Boston. And I joined the Cub Scouts, and we had a parade along with the Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts, Brownies, and the 4-H Club from Lexington to Concord to commemorate the ride of Paul Revere. And I was the only black scout participating in this parade. And somewhere down the parade route, I began getting hit with bottles and soda pop cans and rocks and debris from the street by just a small group, maybe 4 or 5 white people, a couple kids, a couple adults. And I thought, being naive, oh, those people over there don't like the Scouts. I didn't realize that I was the only Scout getting hit until my den mother, my Scout leader, all came rushing back and huddled over me and escorted me out of the danger. And when I got home, my mom and dad, who were not at the march, were asking me, how did you fall down and get all scraped up? I told them I didn't fall down. I told them what happened. And for the first time in my life, believe it or not, at the age of 10, they explained racism to me. I'd never heard of it. And I could not get my head around the idea that someone who had never seen me, spoken to me, or knew nothing about me would want to inflict pain upon me for no other reason than this, the color of my skin. So I did not believe my parents. My parents had never lied to me before. But on this day, I did not believe them.